Alrighty guys, we're back for some smack face. This is a Riveteer's build for Streets of New Capenna Standard, and yeah, this one looks like a lot of fun, doesn't it? Boy oh boy, do I got fun ones planned for you this week. Guys, we're gonna go over the deck, then hop into some regular play mode because I was hoping that we would actually see some new decks over there, but it's starting to look like I'm terribly wrong, and maybe people are taking the new decks into ranked. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know where you've seen the most new decks, right? But yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and take it into normal play mode, although I do think that there's a lot of power here, so it's something to consider for ranked for sure. For anyone who may not know, I'm Redcat, and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, and this one is going to be super aggressive, but it leans towards mid-range, I'm not going to lie, but even so, it's super aggressive. We have 4 Goldhounds, 1-drop, 1/1, first strike, menace, tap it, sack it, add a mana of any color. Get used to this card, guys, I'll tell you what. We got 4 Prizefights. This is for 2 mana. Target creature you control fights target creature you don't control, and you get to create a treasure token. And I'll go over why this is so good in just a second. I think this card's ridiculous, man. I did not get to playtest with it yet, but I think it's just really good, and I think that ramp is super valuable off the treasure. Just, yeah, this card's beautiful. 4 Prosperous Innkeeper, obviously, and 4 Ranger class as well. So really solid front end Gruul style cards here, with the Goldhound and the Innkeeper helping you fix your mana and ramp, as well as the Prizefight. Sometimes you'll play it just for the sake of ramping, because why not, right? As long as there's targets, of course. And then something to plug that ramp into later on in the game, as well as just getting some wolf tokens down. Never hurt anything. Extra counters, of course, too. On to the Reckless Stormseeker. Yep, 4 of them, obviously. Great card. 4 crew captains. Here's a new one. Black, red, green, 4/2, haste. Crew captain has indestructible as long as it entered the battlefield this turn. Why is no one talking about this card, man? This is sweet. This is such a cool little 3-drop. You drop it, you swing for free. I mean, what's not to like about this, man? I love this. This seems so cool, so powerful. I really hope we get to see it do some work today, because you know, I obviously I don't want to be wrong. I think it looks sweet though. And it's not even, it's just an uncommon too. So far all the new cards, this was common, and this is uncommon. So pretty cheap new cards so far, right? Onwards to the 2 Chariots. It is legendary, so 2 works in here, and it's just a really powerful card, really solid. 2 Hallandals, obviously. Same thing with the legendary. That's why we only have 2 of them. Like, we'd obviously want to try to squeeze more of these if it wasn't legendary, but 2 totally works here. 4 Ziatora's Envoy. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but doesn't matter. Our little Envoy here is super solid. Like, this is a reason to play Riveteers. So it's a colorless mana, black mana, red mana, green mana. Trample. 5/4. When it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top card of your library. You may play a land from the top of your library, or cast a spell with mana value less than or equal to the damage dealt from the top of your library without paying its mana cost. If you don't, put that card into your hand. Okay. Yeah, totally. What? This card has so much value packed onto it, and then they're like, oh, by the way, if you're not playing a deck that has Reckless Stormseeker to give it haste, or Hallandal to give it haste, we'll let you blitz it out for 5 mana. There you go. Like, you know. Okay, so what does blitz do, right? So for an extra mana, you can blitz this out, and it gains haste on its own, so that's good. When this creature dies, draw a card. So it replaces itself, and then you sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So For 5 mana, you can essentially haste this down for trample 5/4, and then if you hit like a Chariot on top of your deck, you just get to play that for free, just casually, yeah. And then it dies, and then you draw a card, and it's what what is happening? Riveteers has so many good options, guys, and wow, am I excited to play this deck. Okay, I gotta calm down, guys. Oh my goodness. Okay, on the top end of the curve here, we got 4 Goldspan Dragon. You guys know Goldspan, but did you know the Prizefight just got a whole lot spicier with Goldspan? So let's say you got Goldspan down, you're in the middle of the match here, and you're having some troubles. I don't know, maybe you're up against some angels or something. I've run into a couple angel decks already. Prizefight, target your Goldspan. When Goldspan becomes a target, you create a treasure. Maybe you kill one of their cards from the fight, and then you get another treasure from the Prizefight. And if your Goldspan survives, each treasure taps for 2. What? Dude, there's so much value packed into this deck. I am way too excited. Now, I did want to talk about a card that you may have noticed is not in this deck, and what a lot of people are doing with their Riveteer builds is Ob Nixilis, as this is probably what everyone is calling the best card from New Capenna, and I agree with them. It is insane. Don't worry. We have some decks coming up with Ob Nixilis, hopefully that are a bit more unique than the ones that we're currently seeing at the very beginning. And yeah, you could totally squeeze this card into the deck if you really wanted to, right? It works wonders with like Chariot and stuff like that. There's a couple good sacrifice targets, I guess. But yeah, I wanted to build a Riveteer deck that's more smack your opponent's face. And that's what we did. So that's why Ob Nixilis is absent from the deck. Okay, we can get rid of that now. Guys, mana base. Lair the Hydra, Who Endures, Den of the Bugbear, and a bunch of cards that I thought about for a really long time. And hopefully I landed on a decent mana base here. If you have a 4th Proving Ground, you could totally add that if you wanted to. But honestly, I think 3 is going to be fine. It does come out tapped no matter what, which could potentially slow you down at some point. Yeah, guys, I do apologize that it probably is taking a little bit longer to go over these decks since there are new cards and whatnot. So hopefully I'm doing a good enough job going over it all, though. Guys, let's go ahead and take this into normal play mode and see how it goes. At least the game's working today. That's a plus. That's a big plus. How about it? Guys, did you see they added me to the game? Did you see that? It's a red cat. It's kind of an orange cat, but you know, I'll live with it. Okay. Yeah, slow hand. I'm gonna keep it. We gotta try it. We gots to try it. Ooh, I don't know. Probably Stormseeker when it comes time. It would be really nice to draw an Innkeeper. Or any other 2-drop here. Okay. Well, we might as well get that down. Could be Crew Captain depending on what they play here. Okay, I guess it's gonna be Stormseeker. Might as well. If it's gonna be a counter, we might as well have it counter a Stormseeker. Oh. Tainted Indulgence. Oh, that's a good one. That's a good new card, guys. So, draw 2 for 2 mana, right? Oh. Swing on in here. So draw 2. Then discard a card unless there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. So later on in the game, it becomes draw 2 for 2, which is just crazy. Just insane, guys. Okay, so go ahead and rock the Stormseeker right into that Emperor. No questions asked, bro. You gotta take that out. Take that out immediately. Ah, man, the video's called Smack Face, and I didn't smack face. I mean, we did earlier, but I smacked the Wandering Emperor's face. That's what we did. Oh, man. What do you guys think? Envoy? Jwari's Disruption doesn't hit it. We know the opponent's playing new cards, though, so if we don't have the two open... If we don't have the two open for the, what is it? It's called Make Disappear. Yeah, that's going to be a card that we have to worry about. I'm going to try it, guys. Let's try to get a new card down. If it's a Make Disappear, we have another one for next turn, and we still get to get in for 3 damage here. It lands. It's got to be, like, removal, then. A Void Rend. Yeah. Opponent's playing some spicy new cards. Void Rend. This spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent. Yeah, that's a card you're gonna see often. Green. And how about we double down on a couple crew captains this turn? Right? The Indestructible. Now that we know that they could have more Void Rends. So we could go Captain. Captain, right? So they can't get destroyed, so we plug that into one of them. If they have an exile ability, I suppose that's a thing. Smack face, smack face. Wandering Emperor. Oh well, we're still getting 7 damage through here, guys. This is gonna be a tough match, but boy, do we have some value over here. Don't forget we can blitz this in for haste if we have to. Do they minus the Emperor? That's what they're wondering here, because they know we're gonna hit it. Yep. So best to get the creature then. That can block the crew captain effectively. They're letting it go back to nighttime for us, guys. That is valuable, I'd say. There's probably going to be Envoy. If this was an untapped land, we'd go Stormseeker Envoy, obviously, right? But this has a huge target on its back. If we blitz it out, we could give the trample to the captain, and that way, if they remove 1, we're still getting good damage through. And then this ends up replacing itself. I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good to blitz out. So they go for the Void Rend here. So the blitzing out actually did a thing, which is cool. If they trade into captain, we could potentially play a 5-drop from the top of our deck, so I say it's a full swing. Get that captain out of here. Or get their creature out of here and see if we hit like a Goldspan off the top. Oh! Seed of the Empire. Oh, man. Oh, it was a Goldspan! Bro, opponent doesn't like to have fun. I understand, opponent. I get it. That would have been so cool, guys. Aw, man. Yeah, we would have been able to play the Goldspan for free, but control is controlling, so we'll see. Okay, they ready the Doomscar. It's nighttime. It's nighttime. I'm tempted. Okay. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so there's so many options for us. It looks like Goldspan Swing is the option, right? But if we can save Goldspan as a surprise, we can. Okay, so we're gonna go Innkeeper, Stormseeker, and swing for 5 off of the Stormseeker. It's technically more damage than the Goldspan too, but Yeah, I think it's completely... Okay, so Goldspan is still a surprise, and we still have Den of the Bugbear, too. I don't know, man. Was that the play, or was it just Goldspan let them Doomscar the Goldspan? I don't think so. Yeah, this is a tough uphill battle. One, two, 1, 2, 3. Wait, why is it tapping Den? Why is it tapping Den of the Bugbear? 4, 5, right? Goldspan. It lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Like that. Full swing. They get to block on the ground here. Man, oh, control looks so scary, guys. Oh no, this is actually my first time going up against a full-blown brand new control deck. And it looks so scary. Like, how are we gonna get the rest of that through? Okay, so they go for taking out the Vanishing Verse. Oh, the devastation. Oh no. Oh no, guys. Whoa. Wait. Did they make an oopsie daisies? Could they not block with that? Wait. I think they might have messed up there. Either way, it's looking really good for them. I might be missing something too. I think they were supposed to block first and then tap it. Whoa. Envoy doesn't do crap for us. It does have trample, and it does replace itself at the end. All right, yeah, we'll try it. We'll try blitzing this out. The problem is a couple angels are in its path, unfortunately. We're going all in, guys. It's pretty over once control gets to this point. We're going all in this turn because every turn that we wait is another turn that they just get to dominate the board state, right? So we're just going all in, even though they have great blocks here. We're doing it all because it's relatively over. And hey, you never know. We might actually slip that damage through somehow. So they got the Bankbuster back. Are they gonna actually block the Den of the Bugbear this time? So they can go Angel here. They can actually double block if they don't want any damage to go through. Double the angels onto that if they really wanted to, without any consequence. No, they're splitting it up. Yep, so they're only taking 1 damage. 2 damage. 2 damage, actually. Okay, well, let's see. What do we got on top? Is there anything we can hit from that? Yeah, one of the bank busters. So we can just put that into our hand, I guess. Yeah, we don't have to play that. Oh, a Stormseeker. Okay. What a match, guys. What a match. Yeah, get that cycling in. Look at this. Look at all the power that control has right now. Look, if they have more tainted... Yeah, they play a Tainted Indulgence. Yeah, so 2 mana, draw 2 at this point in the game. Wow, that is so powerful. Oh my goodness. Is the Reckless Stormseeker gonna be enough here? Oh, they must have removal in hand. Other words, they would never risk that attack. Oh. Whoa. Okay. They're like, do I attack? Do I not attack? They're thinking, do I want it to be a 30-minute game? or a 15-minute game. What? Opponent? Thank you for the victory, opponent. That was their game, right? Like that. Maybe they only had land in hand. I don't know. That was weird. That was interesting. We are in normal play mode, so opponents don't care if they lose necessarily, which is, it's nice, especially if you're going for your weekly wins or something. I really don't recommend ranked if you're like crunched on time and trying to get your wins in, as they will draw it out to the very last second. I don't mind the hand. I don't mind it. We just don't have all three sources. We do have a treasure from the Innkeeper coming. Yeah. I'll try it. It doesn't look like a great hand, does it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. A plague from the past. We got some runes here, maybe, guys. Uh-oh. And they went first, too. This is a face-smacking nightmare because of all the lifelink that they could get. So there's some really cool things we can do here. We just need more mana. If we go... Yeah, it'd be awesome to get crew captain down and then prize fight the crew captain. But we'd have to wait a couple turns for that. And at that point, the naturalist could be way too buffed. Oh, they take the Innkeeper. That's one of the reasons why Innkeeper is probably still better than that one new card, the Gala Greeters or something like that, I think it's called. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good too. But I don't mind. Alright, check it. We go crew captain, swing. We're gonna die. I gotta save it. We gotta save it as a blocker, because we're probably just gonna die next turn. Darn it, yeah, they're gonna buff the naturalist way above where the prize fight can actually hit it. Oh, we're super dead, aren't we? But next turn, we go Goldspan, swing, fight, and then we get the envoy down. Darn. Yeah, I knew they were gonna buff the naturalist above where we could get it. They offer the trade with the visitor, which tells me that something is in their hand. But we have to try it. We have to call their bluff. It was a Seat of the Empire. Oof. Okay, we're gonna go... Yeah, if only we could hit that naturalist this turn. We just don't have the mana for it. It could be Envoy prize fight to trade into the naturalist, but that's just not going to work. So it's going to be... We're just going to have fun with it, man. We're going to show off what the deck's capable of. Swing on in with the Goldspan. And then we go prize fight, take out the visitor. Target, and look at all these treasures we get in return. Isn't that cool, man? I love it. It's so cool. 4 damage comes through, and we go ahead and get the envoy. Wait, question mark? Oh, yeah. It only taps for a mana of any one color. This is 3 colors. I'm crazy, guys. Well, we did get the Reckless Stormseeker, so we can block with that, I guess. I mean, technically we're still in it, unless they got like another circle of confinement. Hold on, guys. I just realized my heater turned on. I'm going to turn that off real quick. Doesn't the heater know that I sweat enough while playing Magic? I mean, come on. That sparring regiment looks super spicy, man. Yeah, this is one of those games where it was just it was over from the start, wasn't it? Very, very brutal. Like, no way to actually keep up with that lifelink either. Like, you have to get rid of this early before they buff it beyond belief. Unless you're playing different types of removal, which is noteworthy here. We could easily slot in, like, Infernal Grasp or something, right? So that could be cool. Not a lot to do here. We're gonna swing and get 2 creatures down instead. We want to play this first. We don't want to make any mistakes with the add 2 mana of any one color, right? So we have a blocker again, and now we're set up to give the Envoy haste. For some reason, we're playing this one out. We don't have to, but it does showcase a lot of the cool synergies that's in this Riveteer deck. Okay, and we are forced to block, which is going to be here. Yeah, never underestimate the power of Vigilance, or just untapping for that matter, right? It's really, really strong. So luckily, it actually switched to nighttime here, so this is actually a really sweet swing. Do we bank off of getting something off the top and swing with the Goldspan too? I think so. We can always play the Goldhound as an emergency. And I doubt they block. Yeah, take 11. Okay, let's see. Ah, it's a land. It's a land. And now we're gonna switch it into daytime. We better do it though, just in case. It's not like they have trample yet, so. They better close out this game soon. They gotta get some trample going. We might start to pull it back if we start seeing stuff. Like, for example, we could have hit like another Goldspan off the Envoy, which would have been insane. Yeah, they spent 3 mana to take that out. I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. We're forced to block with the Stormseeker now, though. And then they gain 8 and untap, and then just another blocker on the ground. So it's been the opponents, but you know. Okay, a Reign of Truth. That does it, doesn't it? Yeah, the full swing. Very nice opponent. Yep. And we drop the good game. GG. Well, 50% total win rate so far, but technically the opponent was going to win that first one. So I would count it as a loss, right? So technically 100% loss rate so far, but I'm not convinced. I think there's still a lot of power in this deck. So we're gonna take it in again and see if we can get a couple wins here. The games are taking a little bit longer than I initially anticipated. In the last game, too, we technically could have mulliganed. We probably... Wait, was it last game or the first game? There was one hand that was particularly slow where we only had 3 drops and above. Very nice. Oh, crap, all of our land is tapped land, though. That's okay. That's okay. We'll be okay here. Gonna be the Rockfall Vale right away, probably. Now, I did think about the mana base, but you might want to consider more pathways over these. just for the sake of actually being able to cast your ramp early on, because there will be situations just like this hand where you get, yeah, so we're tapped here. We can't play anything until turn 3 again. They got some potential removal available, which tells me it's probably crew captain, right? It's got that indestructible. Like, they would need to exile it, and then it's multicolored, so nice. Slip some 4 damage through. Go, crew captain, go! I believe in you. Innkeeper Ranger class isn't bad next turn, but the Stormseeker isn't bad either. Oh my goodness, it's Angels. Innkeeper Ranger class is probably still the play here. Gonna get that down and keep those open. And I'll accept that trade for days. Opponent does not accept that trade, which is very wise. Keeping the Valkyrie open is going to be essential here. Any amount of life gain, anything like that is just going to be really essential against this deck. Which right now this deck feels like it's playing against itself. In the sense that, like, I feel like I have more decisions within my own board state over here to try to get around, like, I guess what we would call bad draws? I don't know, because the draws aren't that bad. They're not terrible. Just, I guess, weird. Okay. What does this do again? Okay. That's cool. That could work in an Angel build. I could see that. Innkeeper Buff Ranger class? Innkeeper hold treasure for a Chariot next turn? Reckless Stormseeker? Hope we draw a land, go Chariot next turn? There's too many options. This is an easy block for them here, right? I think we still do it, though. I think we go Stormseeker, give it haste. Something stuck over there on that one white source, and I don't know what it could be right now. Maybe there's that, I think, the new white card that gives a shield token, which I guess will be okay if they block with the Overseer into the crew captain and then give it a shield token. I don't think that's that bad. Like, we're getting 6 damage through here. It is! It's Boon of Safety! Put a shield counter on target creature. Nice! That's cool, man. We're seeing new cards and I couldn't be more happy about it. That's sweet. We need to be scared of all the life gain potential from the Valkyrie. Unfortunately, not a lot of great ways to get rid of it right now. And we're pretty behind on mana here, so we're hoping to top deck a land that can come down untapped, get the Chariot down, crew up the Chariot, give it haste with the Stormseeker, and just start going. Yeah, game 3. Death Touch haste. They're saving it. They're saving the Death Touch. Goldhound. Well, at least we get to gain some life here. We definitely accept a trade into this 3/2 wolf, but I think they take the damage. They're going to? They're going to trade it? Wow. I think that was completely acceptable for us. We have Goldspan available next turn to swing in the air, so that's powerful. No. No, the double Valkyrie. They gain 4. And they could have, like... They could have the new Angel. And gain, like, another 4. Okay, don't have anything. And it's our turn. But... but there's too much life gain over there, guys. How do we get through this? Man, going into this, I was not expecting to have so many issues with life gain throughout these matches. Let's go. So I think Chariot's still a really good option and keep the Goldspan as a surprise, right? That being said, it could be Goldspan swing and we'd still have enough to play the Chariot because Goldhound can actually tap for the Goldspan ability here. I think that totally works, man. I think that totally works. Swing with Goldspan. Hope that this isn't exile monocolored permanent, because that would just... I would just cry myself to sleep at that point. It could be. It could very well be. Get the extra damage through on the back of the Goldspan. Oh, it is. It is. It's a Vanishing Verse. No, opponent. I can't believe you've done this, opponent. I can't believe you've done this. Well, we could full swing, try to slip a couple extra damage through, but they definitely just block, like, the Goldhound. No. Menace. Don't forget the Menace. Don't forget the Menace. They could block here. We just swing with the Goldspan at this point, too. Or the Prosperous Innkeeper. I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. We just do our best to try to get any amount of excess damage through. Yeah, Vanishing Verse is still very much a card, which makes cards like Goldspan a lot worse. We should have known, seeing that the mana was open over there, we should have known we were walking right into it. What do they have? What do they have that they are so confident to pass? They full swung. What? What? I think I'm gonna blitz this out, guys. I think I'm gonna blitz it and give my Innkeeper the +2. Like, we're gonna, like, fan out this damage a little bit, right? Because this replaces itself and we could hit something super spicy off the top. Let's give it to the let's give it to the Goldhound. Yeah, kind of spread this damage out a little bit. Luckily, they haven't been able to gain too much life off these. Okay, so they go for the Vanishing Verse on the Stormcharged Slasher there. Nice. Nice. So that... Oh, and a Fateful Absence, too. Well, we draw a card, but wow. Opponents rocking that removal. Very scary. Anything they draw here could be a GG, right? Because if they draw an Angel, they gain way too much life, and they just hold back their blockers then. They drew an Angel. They gain 6 life. Aw, man, guys. Aw, so, you know, sometimes the opponents get it, and sometimes they don't. Wow! They still go for the swing, though. Sitting over there very confident, and I see why. We have no blockers for the air. No way to give Chariot haste. And we gotta go clue here and see what we find. That doesn't do it. That most certainly does not do it. We will get the Chariot down, but the opponent still has enough in the air to kill us. No, they don't. They only have 7. Does that mean we might have wanted to get the Ranger class down instead of like searching there? Just gain enough life to live? Maybe. Maybe. No swings this time. What is happening? This is a good game of Magic, though, I'm not gonna lie. We had good games today, just didn't really showcase any value from our deck. Swing for 7, sure. Can we get 13 damage on our turn? Press X to doubt. Goldhound. Well, we can cycle. We can buff. We can go Ranger class, buff both Ranger classes, right? We do have enough for that. And that's just not enough, is it? That's what? That's 8 damage. So yeah, we're looking for an answer here, because we're not going to be able to gain enough life off of one Innkeeper this turn. Yeah, we can't gain back up to 8 this turn, so. But we can try. We can definitely try. You. And sure, buff. Sure. Why not? It's fine. We'll swing. And copy. Let's get another wolf. And you get a counter. Very fun. Very fun little lines of play there. And that, my friend, is a good game. And any amount of, like, there were so many different ways that each of these matches could have gone, you know, but they just happened to go this way. I consider all 3 of those matches a loss, even though technically the first victory was a victory. But yeah, I think the opponent technically had that first one. Smack face getting 100% loss rate here, and with the decks that we went up against, we can see why, right? Like, there is something just a little clunky about this deck in comparison to, like, the amount of, like, clean value that the opponents brought to the table, especially that first opponent that just had removal for days. That control looks very scary and very competitive, doesn't it? But yeah, the other opponents, you know, they brought it too, man. Like, this was an uphill battle. That being said, I still think that Ziatora's Envoy is really, really good, and I think that this deserves a spot somewhere. We just don't know where. But yeah, as always, make sure you don't craft any of... If you care about your wild cards, make sure you don't craft anything until you know where the meta settles. If you care about the meta, I mean, you guys can do whatever you want, right? But I'm still going to be mentioning that for the first couple weeks here of the new set, right? Because I do think that that's important to hold on to your wild cards early on. But I think this belongs somewhere. What do you guys think? I think overall this was the MVP in those losses, right? Goldspan felt a little weak. Felt a little weak here, didn't it? Might want to drop it to 2 and try to find some more removal here. A couple Infernal Grasps would be perfect. Would be really, really good. Or some other removal. I don't know if a March of the Wretched Sorrow would be good here, because there's not a lot of black cards to ditch to it if you have to. But yeah, guys, if you made it this far into the video, y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.